I will explain you very briefly how to design your minimum viable product if you're not a designer, okay? If it's the first time that you are watching my videos, my name is Justo. I'm in a process of creating 12 apps or until one of the app finally becomes successful. And I've created a system that lets me create applications in less than 3 weeks to start testing them. I'm not a designer, but I focus on making things as simple as possible for the user, and that's what has let me create designs like the one that you are seeing on the screen. Okay, a complete minimalist design. I have a couple of more apps that I have designed where I've used the same system that I'm gonna explain you in this video. I would recommend you to stay until the end of this video, because in that way you will have a much clearer path to design your app. So when a non-technical founder says, I'm stuck with the design, what it usually means is, I don't know what's essential, I don't know what to remove, I don't know if my idea makes sense, I don't know where to start. That's the translation, right? So the first step, to know how to think your design is answering the question of what specific problem is the software as a service coming to solve, okay? Not a productivity, not a management or automation, but send invoices without friction, know which habits I completed today, respond to leads faster, okay? The specific action or the specific problem that you are solving with the app. Because a minimum viable product, okay, or a software is not a set of screens, okay? It's a path of decisions where you take the user from point A to point B, trying to make his life as easy as possible so he can start getting value fast, so he stays in the app. Think this way, okay? A user arrives with a problem, makes a series of decisions, gets or doesn't get a result. Your job is not to design screens, is to define that path, okay? The path that the user needs to take. And to define that path, you have 3 steps mainly, okay? The first step is user flows. The second step, sitemap. Depending on the situation, you can create the sitemap or not. Then the wireframes. And finally, as a final step, you have the prototype, where you can see the user interaction in the app. We will go one by one, okay? The first step, user flows, is what happens first and next, okay? A user flow is answering the question of, if I'm the ideal user, what do I do first? Nothing else, okay? And just to give you a simple example, the user lands on the site, signs up, creates an account, uses X tool, and sees the result, okay? If you need to explain much more than that, the MVP, okay, the minimum viable product, is big. It's big, and you need to remove friction or remove functionalities. The sitemap helps you decide what exists and what doesn't exist, okay? The sitemap is not architecture, it's cutting. It's sitting down and saying, this screens yes, this screens no. Each extra step adds complexity, adds decisions, and adds doubt. And the final step is wireframes, okay? Many people get stuck here, but wireframes are not design. They are minimum visual thinking. Their only goal is to see if people are understanding or not the design. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will show you this in very detail, okay? But before continuing, I wanna let you know that I have one spot left to help someone going from an idea to a minimum viable product, to a software as a service in less than 3 weeks. So if you want me to help you one-on-one, you can book a call. I will leave you the link on the comments section. This is how it looks when you create the wireframes, okay? You need to pay attention to this. It's very simple and very straightforward, okay? Here, a tip that I can give you is that the best way to create the wireframes is by not using colors, okay? Not using colors and typography, because colors and typographies distract your eye and you don't know how the app is looking from the user experience point of view, okay? Because the app could look great, but if the screen does not take the user to a further action to a further step, it's probably not working. So your only job or your only task is to make the user's life as simple as possible. Now I will give you the final checklist that I use every single day when I'm designing, okay? Before building anything, I ask myself, can a user achieve the main goal without explanation? Does every screen have a clear purpose? Can I explain the product in 30 seconds? What happens if I remove this specific action? If I can't answer it easily, I simplify. I really hope this video helped you. If you need help with anything else, you can leave a comment right down below and I can create a specific video for that. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, I remind you that I have just one spot left to help someone create a minimum viable product. You have the links on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you on the next video.